RingVille episode, Golden Glovers. Hey, what's up everyone? How you doing? My name is Kevin Herrera Sanchez, KHS, and today I have the absolute pleasure of sitting down with the designated hitter, Landon Hernandez, and the great Bambino, former Assault Wrestling Alliance Tag Team Champions, the Golden Glovers. How y'all doing?
So happy to be here, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Yo, appreciate you guys being on this. First things first, I think I want to touch on is your gear is fire. The colorways of the baseball jerseys, black and gold and then white and gold, crazy.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Who came up with, or what was the thought process in coming up with the gear?
So we had the jerseys first. The Golden Glovers pretty much just speaks for itself. So I'm like, we need gold. First thing that came to me with gold is White Ranger. So I'm just like, nah, we need. And then also
Tommy,
OG.
RP
Tommy. Then also baseball players, just teams, their home jerseys are white. So I'm just like, okay, that's a niche that we could go off. So at first we had the jerseys, and we get those custom, and then from there it was just finding the right bottoms for it. Where it was, I felt like I wanted a baseball pant, but I didn't want it to be loose and baggy. Okay. So we found perfect baseball pants that just, they look like wrestling tights, but they're legit. We can wear those jerseys on the field and I
can.
It's an official baseball uniform, and it's like we set it up to a point where it could still be official in the ring as well. Mm-hmm. So, like you said, the colorway, it just spoke for itself. Yeah. As far as the gold, had to have gold in it, regardless of whatever colorway we decided to have, and pretty much it's like the black and white just simplifies, the home and away games. Yeah. And then, we're gonna have some other colorways set up.
Our main idea is for each city we go to, we want to have their colors. Besides anybody in rivaling the Mets, we're not doing that.
Yeah, so Philly,
we're not doing that. We're wearing Mets colors. Atlanta, we're wearing Mets colors.
Miami,
Washington, we're wearing Mets colors.
Yeah, we will be wearing Mets colors specifically in those cities.
Just to kind of spite them, right?
Exactly.
Just to spite them. Exactly. Because everyone thinks that we're the little guys. We're not.
We're not. We're better than all of y'all, truth be told. That's what I'm saying. Best team in baseball.
That we are.
Did you guys go to someone specific to design your gear, or did you guys kind of shop on it?
So I actually play beer league softball. So I just asked my team where they got theirs. They're from this website called Fans Idea.
Yeah, Fans Idea.
So they have that. So basically you can go on there, customize whatever.
Nice.
And then the pants, they're actually pants that kids in college wear. So they hike up to here, and they're called Dirty Mids. Dirty Mids. So I found them, and they have white, black. So we just order straight from there. Nice. Eventually, we want to start talking to them and see if we can get other colorways, and because we've been thinking about pinstripes. I want pinstripes.
Exactly.
So bad.
The gold pinstripes would be
the
main goal. Truth be told, and it's and you could tell by the way we wear our gear. It's just the way how we would wear it on the field. So it's he likes to wear his pants low, and he doesn't like the baggy style. And me myself, if I don't have the baggy style, I'ma just have all the way up to the top of the knees, like Alfonso Soriano or Jose Reyes back in the day. So that's just pretty much how I would rock it. That's and whatnot. But outside of that, it's the fit just made sense as far as baseball and wrestling wise.
The uniform is the jersey. Baseball. You come out, you wear any accessories, you wear whatever you want. But as long as you have that jersey, as long as you have that team name, Golden Glovers, you're down.
And it was his idea for the jersey style too, as far as not wearing the full sleeves, because that was one of the main concerns we was having as far as wearing baseball uniforms, was just not looking too cheesy.
Gotcha.
It's there have been times where people wore baseball uniforms in the ring, especially in WWE, and even up there it looked cheesy. So it was just what can we do to make it look different but still represent baseball?
Right.
And he brought up the
Rockies.
Yeah, the Rockies jerseys.
Those Rocky jerseys, the all black. Again, Mets fan, but again, baseball fanatic. Those jerseys are some of my favorite jerseys of all time.
And then at that point,
and there was the sleeveless. Like you just have a compression shirt under or something. I'm just like, okay, that's the look.
And you can just add on to that from whatever, if you want to mismatch the colors. So if we got the gold, the white jersey, you want to wear the black under, just makes it all, you know, different. You make our accessibilities different.
No, for
If
sure.
you feel good, you play good.
If you look good, you play good.
Nice. It adds to the confidence, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice. So you guys both trained at the Fallout Shelter.
Yes.
How did you guys find it?
Well, Bam's an OG. Bam was a first student.
Yeah,
actually.
so I was the original student when the school first opened up. I happen to have been following the Jobbetiers podcast. Shout out to you guys. They were pretty much help sponsoring the promotion for the school at the time, and they had an open house. I just wanted to see if I could find a way to get my foot in the doors in the business. They said that they're looking to start up a whole entire school, whole new way of wrestling, thinking, and traditions. So I was already sold as soon as I stepped foot in the door, and I just never stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually used to, so I trained at House of Glory before I came to Fallout. Just things didn't work out, financial shit, just life hit.
Life shit.
Honestly. Took a year off and then just really just had the itch. I'm just like, okay, I need something. And was following Santana because like he's actually from like my neighborhood. So it's like watching his career and shit like that. So it's like that's someone I look up to. So then like one time I saw him on the block and I just introduced myself, talked to him, and he's like, you know, like he was actually coming back from his injury and shit like that. He's like actually trained, you know, I'm actually going here. And saw that he posted a picture at Fallout. I was like, what is this? And instantly it was just like, no, let's go back to work, you know? And, you know, from there and, you know, training there now for the past, like 2 years now. Yeah, it's been a blessing. Like Fallout honestly saved my life. Like I love everyone that's introduced me to this world and, you know, embracing me with open arms and actually wanting me to, you know, not just be better as a wrestler, but better as a person as well. And it's legit a family.
Nice.
You know?
That's a beautiful thing to hear.
And that's something I can really say about everybody. Everyone's cheering on for everyone. You know, it's not a place where it's like, you know, I want to be better. Obviously, you want to be better than other people, but it's not like competitive where it's like cutthroat. It's like, no, you did good. Let me show you that we can one up each other because that's what we're taught. You know, we're supposed to level this up because as better as you get, that's where my talent's gonna go to.
Right.
It's like the Z fighters, in a sense.
Exactly.
Like everybody has their own niche, but everybody has their own has their way of helping each other out, and that's what makes the beauty of our school the way it is, because not one teacher, not one student, not one of them are the same. No. They don't have the same philosophies. They wasn't even trained the same way. Some of them were, but they also have their own, they managed to find their own way and be able to train us to a degree where it's like, okay, do you like this flavor or do you like that flavor? But then it's just like, well, if you combine both those flavors,
now you have a brand new flavor.
And now that is just as good.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And it's that competitive spirit where it's just like, yeah, I love that you won that title, but now we about to go win the title. Now let's see what we like. You know what I'm saying? Like who can hold it down as a champion?
For sure.
Like we're gonna support you, but it's like when we in that ring together, yeah, we gotta outwork you, and we know you gonna put in the work because we come from that family where it's just like
we want to test each other.
Exactly. So. It's always competitive love, no matter what.
No matter what.
It's like healthy competition just raises everyone.
Exactly.
Rising tide raises all ships.
Exactly.
And that's really that's how I see it. You know, that's why, you know, when it comes to this business, you know, there's no need to have an airhead or anything or like a big head. It's like, no, wrestling doesn't owe me anything. I owe wrestling everything. You know, so there's no need to be pouty or just be you. You know, your work is going, whatever you put into this is what you're gonna get out of it. And you just gotta go down the road, you know? And you're gonna have people who doubt you, who whatever, they're gonna say whatever they want. But I can say that we're in a place where we have a legit family, a community where we can go to talk to people and actually like not just get berated, but actually, you know,
Get advice.
get advice
Yeah.
and be better from it, you know?
And they also show through experience. They show through
They lead by
examples.
example, exactly.
So it's like they're not gonna just tell you to do something and they're not doing it themselves. Like they're telling you exactly what it is that they're doing that shows their success, and they apply it to us through training. And it's just like, okay, well, just keep doing this. You're not gonna build Rome in one day. You're not gonna figure this out in 2 days.
I mean, like Santi says, you can't be a wrestler in one day.
Exactly. But then it's just like when you get to that point where you start accomplishing something, now let's see if you can do it again. Because like Conte always says, there's no such thing as a what?
One-hit wonder.
Exactly. So with that, you know what I'm saying? We always have this mindset where it's just like we got better, but we can get even better the next time.
Nice.
Yes, that's just that positive reinforcement that they always want to ensure with us.
Along your training time at the Fallout, like where did you guys find each other to where it's like, oh, we can kind of be a team here?
It was literally just one trainer because like I wasn't looking to like at this time I was just going to training just to train.
Okay.
You know, I was, you know, hoping to get put on and hoping to, you know, show the school like, hey, I'm a player. You know, I can do this. You know, this is the only job I've ever wanted as a kid. So it's like, not like, trust me, you put me on, I'm not gonna fucking let you down. You know. So one day, just training and we were just spitballing about the Mets because the Mets were just going off on a tangent.
Son,
And then we
Still
were
too
just
soon.
talking, and then we were just like, nah, baseball taxing would be fire. And they just started coming with ideas. But there was a whole bunch of people there. We just started firing ideas at each other.
Just rapidly
And
coming
you know,
up with ideas.
the right people hear the
and
right thing. It's like,
right place,
okay,
right
you
time,
guys,
so,
you
yeah.
guys have something. And
So it's like, and they like what they heard, so then it's just like, okay, so tell us what else y'all been thinking about. So we're literally just spitfiring on the spot, and it's just because it's just literally like the bond of the Mets. It was just us. It was just us, just like loving the Mets and how well they was playing around that time. We're just like, yeah, like. This is great. Like, we're over here planning trips to see if they're gonna make it to the World Series at this time. This is when they collapse.
I know. You don't have to remind me, bro.
I know it's too soon, but still, at that time we were riding high.
Yeah, we're hopeful.
Yeah, we were riding high.
We're Mets fans. We're always hopeful.
Exactly, and then that's what builds character. That's what builds characters. And then we got to a point where we're literally just enjoying the time we're having with the Mets at that point, and then the higher ups just hear us just bantering as much as we can, because there's there's Yankee fans. We're not gonna name no names.
Yeah, I'm not naming
There's
names.
Yankee fans in the school. So at that time we were doing better than them. So we're clowning them, making fun of them, and then it was literally us two against everybody else. And then it just got to a point where it's just like,
It's like, nah, like you got my back, I got your back. All right, let's
so
go.
it's like, and now I got to a point where we're doing this almost every practice now. We're just bantering. It's just us two bantering against every Yankee fan in the school. And it got to a point where it's just like, yo, we're always around. We're always talking baseball. We're literally learning wrestling. Let's just put two and two together.
Yeah.
And literally, like he said, like the right people heard us at the right time, and they just was like, you guys make sense with this, and y'all should ride with it.
And then from there, it just came trying to incorporate baseball with wrestling. So coming up with moves. Okay, how can we do running the bases in wrestling? Great. We have Around the Horn, where I tap every base and do a drop kick. And then he comes in, does a cannonball that we call a curveball. So it's like, great, little things like that.
Well, it's kind of like a play at the plate.
Yeah.
But it's like, a variation of the cannonball. So it's like wrestling mixed with baseball.
Yeah.
And
that's the beauty of it. We're just trying to find more and more things that, like, again, we're baseball, we're diehard fans. So like, what else can we have? Oh, we can have someone selling merch during our matches, like yelling out "hot dog," or give it a ballpark feel. That's just something that, like we're
Thinking outside of the ring.
thinking outside the ring. We're just like, nah, what we want to do is we want to bring the ballpark to the ring.
exactly.
Not bring the ring to the ballpark. Let's make it that we bring that energy, we bring that atmosphere there, because it's like that's all I know, that's all I love.
'Cause it's like,
I've been going to baseball games forever, so it's like Oh, yeah, I love being in that space. It's either at a wrestling ring or at a baseball game. That's my happy place.
Like, if you ever been around a bunch of like happy people during a pennant race, it's magical, bro. It's like we're all having like this special moment as like baseball fans, and it's just like we want to try to bring that type of feel and energy to wrestling, where it's just magical.
Like you talked about like coming up with a moveset. The way you guys do a double roll-in to a cutter and a flatliner,
Yeah.
fire.
That's his move originally.
Yeah, so at first I did it again, I just had a dream one day and I was like, okay, at first it starts from how I had it. My version is called the slice of piazza, because obviously. So then I would have you in the corner, roll in, not even roll in, run, do a shoulder thrust, bounce to the outside, and then roll in and do it. So then from there, I was just like, all right, how can we incorporate that as a tag? You know, I already have the cutter. We can do that. He does a flatliner just fine. So I was like, okay, what if we we meet him right there in the middle? And that'll look so epic.
It fit perfect because it's the right positioning for both spots, and it's just like
It could come out of nowhere.
literally. And so I give him all that credit for that move, because it took me a little minute to figure out how to even create that type of move set. So for him to even have it already, that's like the move set process in general. It's really fun. I can tell you that for sure. It's just like watch, because when we see spots from different, we're inspired by like a lot of tag teams, certain ones specifically, but like we see something we like, and it's like, okay, how can we turn this into a baseball theme type of move? How do we, because that's making it our own. It's making it a baseball version of it. Is, you know, they say imitation is a form of flattery.
Best form of flattery.
So, but it's just like, you know, you don't want to outright take the person's move altogether. So it's our way of, you know, giving an ode to the people we look up to, but putting a twist on it with our way. That way it can solidify our characters and our moveset.
Yeah, because it's like the timing on that alone. It's like props to the both of you, because like how much did you have to like practice it before the timing was like, okay, we got that?
For me personally, it's, you know, I'm gonna brag a bit, but like I usually go when Bam goes, because like I know I can get it. Like I've been doing it for I like literally my coach Ahmed said, bro, if that's your finish, roll into the ring every single time. Like even in practice, like every time you come in the ring, roll in, just practice that. Nice. So I know I can. So usually when he goes, I'm like, okay, I got this. And it's just, I just see it and I'm just like, all right, let's go. It's weird. It's like it's just a slingshot.
There's synergy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's his move, so I'm still learning it. I'm still trying to perfect it. I'm not gonna say I'm great at it. Like I still have work I need to do to make it better. But the fact that, you know, he's my tag team partner, and like he said, like he moves when I move because he knows.
I know he's gonna be there,
and I know for a fact he knows how to do it correctly. So it's just the timing that's where I have to, you know what I'm saying, get myself better to make sure that we can make it better. But as a tag team, like he said, he goes off of my field because I know he knows how to do it correctly. So I don't have to worry about him fucking up. It's more like just him worrying about me fucking up. But 9 times out of 10,
so I'm gonna laugh.
Nah, it's true, cause I'll be shook. I'll be shook before a match. And we be talking about it. We'll practice it. And
we'll have it perfect in practice.
It'll be perfect 20 minutes before the match, and I'm right before the ring. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm a little nervous.
You hit him with the.
And he just look at me like, yo, don't say that shit before the match.
Bro, don't say, come on.
Like, come on, like, yo, you're still doing it. And then we like, I'm like, all right, bet. Still managed to do it during the entrance and whatnot.
My thing is you just gotta go.
Exactly. So my thing is just like, I just fool with him. I just go where he go. That's how I know I'm good.
I do want to talk about, you guys were tag team champions for Assault Wrestling Alliance.
Yes, we were.
How did it feel to be like tag champs for a promotion? Like they came up to you like, hey, like we trust you. We're gonna put the belts on you guys.
Yeah. For me personally, that was a special day. So, you know, every kid that wants to do something crazy, you know, your parents are always going to be like, let's go the safe route, kid, you know. First thing, you know, I told my parents, I want to do this crazy thing. Not really supportive, great, you know. Had to find it my own way. I found it my own way, and that show was actually the first time that the both of them came. You know, my dad's in North Carolina, my mom's in New York. My mom drove down with us. My dad drove up from North Carolina to come watch me. And for me not to just be able to perform in front of them and, you know, show it what it is I do, but to actually validate that not only I'm doing what's right, but a company now sees the work that we do together and wants to put that stamp of validation on us was just the ultimate, sorry to say, mom and dad, but fuck you. You know, because it's like, I'm sorry, but like you both said no. And look, I'm happy you guys are here. You know, I'm so happy, but I'm really more happy that I got to say this to you, because it's just like, this is what I want to do, and I'm doing it whether you wanted me to do it or not. Right. And the fact that now you guys are supportive because you guys see how passionate I am, because you guys see there's this physical stamp of approval, not just me doing it to do it, was just like a weight off my shoulders. Because now now it's just like, okay, when's your next match? How are you healing? When's your, you know, when are you getting back in the ring? What are you doing to get back? And it's like, great. Now that's just all I wanted, you know. So to have that from Assault Wrestling Alliance, from AWA, from Don and all those guys over there, it was just a big sigh of relief, because it was like we've busted our ass for that. You know, we've been down there 5 or 6 times before that to, you know, making that drive, doing matches with, you know, their talent, and it's been great to finally get, you know, you guys are the guys now.
I felt like it was one of those surreal moments to a degree, where it was just like, there's no way this is happening right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you serious? Like, when we first found out about it, I was nah, stop playing. Then it was like, all right.
It sunk in.
It didn't sink in until after.
Until I touched it.
Yeah, once we finally touched it, it was like, okay, like, now everything that I have done, or that we've done so far, has been approved. But it's like, now we gotta put the work in. Yeah. Because now we wanted more. It was more of like, it sounds greedy, but it was just like, I want another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, now I know what it feels like to hold a title.
I want it back.
I want to know. That's a part of the agenda for one. But it's like, once I felt that first title, I know it sounds selfish or greedy. I'm like, I want to know what it feels like holding 2 now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, now
go everywhere.
Now we gotta solidify. Like, we've been solidified here. Now let's go somewhere else and try to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, take over the territories. That was my first mindset. Like, let's, like, on some old school type of time, and like, we're gonna go to territory and just take over different territories. Everything. Like, stop staying in one area. We're just gonna go everywhere and whatnot. Now we take everybody's championships. Now everybody knows, okay, they're in Pittsburgh. Oh, they're in Maryland. Oh, they're in Jersey. Oh, they're in Connecticut. Oh, they're in Ohio. Oh, they're in Florida. Oh, they're in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and they repping the Mets. Like,
they're repping the Mets everywhere we go. So it was more along the lines of just like wanting more. But as far as like satisfaction, it really didn't hit me till like I finally brought the title home, and then I was able to show it to my cousins. And then all my cousins was just like play wrestling with that, as if like that was their title. It's like, I'm like, we gonna go in the backyard real quick. And it just brought back all the memories of like when we were kids and we used to play wrestle in the backyard. And then it was just like, I really went from playing around when they went. We was in the era where it was like, please don't try this at home. And the first time, as soon as we seen it, we going in the backyard trying.
First thing we do is trying.
And I'm like, we really went from that to like, I got a legitimate title where like it's solidified me as, and it solidified us as a tag team.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear, and congrats on that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Like, I do want to talk about the match where you guys lost the titles. Because it was, correct me if I'm wrong, it was the steel cage match, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What's it like performing in a steel cage?
Technically that was our second cage. The first cage we had at AW was the year before that. Mm-hmm. And it was just a scramble. So it wasn't really like a tag team match. That was our first tag team match in a cage. And it's a bit intimidating.
And you walking in as champion?
Walking in as champs.
That was like...
You know, and so it was a bit intimidating in the cage because, you know, us as champs, we know the crazy things we want to do.
Exactly.
You know, like we're a bit dumb, you know, so it's like
really
going
dumb.
into that match, I knew it was going to be physical. I knew the things I wanted to do and the things I had to do to my opponents to get to where we needed to get to. Unfortunately, we couldn't, but you know, you don't win every game. You know, you can't go 162-0.
We know he wasn't going to be able to win every match. Mm-hmm. It was just a matter of how well
you bounced back from a loss.
Exactly. And it's just like, on top of that, it's like, how well did we serve the championships? Because at the end of the day, we're trying to make the championship. The championship don't make us. Yeah. That's the mindset that we come with.
Right, where it's like, wait, hold up, the Golden Glovers held those?
Exactly. That's the mindset we want to have, where it's just like, yeah, like we've touched foot here, we've done it here, we've done it here, and it's just like, oh no, we won this, we've won that.
If people were to check out a match for you guys to get to know who you guys are in the ring and out of the ring, what match do you think people should check out?
Ooh, what match would we? Me personally, I would say our most recent match at RWA with Warhorse. I would say that one just to showcase how much we both love this business. Unfortunately, I did break my wrist in that one. Finished the match as we all do, you know. And it's just, for me, that was our first, like, for me, it felt like it was just like that was our first match that we both been a part of. That was like, okay, we did everything right, you know. Everything hit perfectly, you know. Moves were good. We both look good as a tag team. We both look good individually. We both did our own shit, and it's like, at the end of the day, we finished and got there, you know. And that's the thing I'm most proud of, because like everyone, my family is like, why did you continue? I'm like, mom, just anybody, I had to, you know, I had to do this because I love this so much.
And it's crazy because I didn't even know he broke his wrist when it happened. That just goes to show the grit he has, man, and that just made me like go harder for him even more, because he waited till after the match to tell me. So I'm sitting here like, yo, what's wrong with you? He's just like, I broke my wrist.
He's there. He's like,
he just dropped it casually.
Literally just brings it in my face, and I'm like,
I thought it was dislocated actually. I'd never broken anything. So I'm still thinking I'm good. I'm like, yo, it's just dislocated. We're fine. Like, let's just go home.
Right.
And I'm just like, bro, what? Why would like? And I'm like, you did that? And I'm like, when did this happen? And he's trying to figure it out. So I'm like, wait a minute, you did this during the whole match? I'm like, yeah, like, no matter what, bro, that's something that I gotta hold him down for, no matter what. As far as the match is concerned, that I can say was by far one of our better matches. And you can say, as even in defeat, that was probably one of our better showcases. Nice. But as far as like easy access to a good match that I know for a fact that we've done, you could check out Battle Club X on YouTube. There's definitely a match with us and Brian Baum and Andy Lee Ray.
I love that match.
Yeah, I feel like that was definitely one of the better matches we've had as a tag team, especially during our title reign. That was probably one of the better ones during our title reign, I believe. So plug in for Battle Club X. Shout out to you, Joe.
Yeah. And the match will be in the description too, so you can find it easily.
Yes.
And then, last question is, what's an accomplishment in your wrestling career, big or small, that you are super proud of?
An accomplishment, just getting into the business, bro. That's an accomplishment. I remember as a kid just dreaming, not even dreaming, just like wondering, like, how can I get into this business? Like, everything else seemed easy to get into, like football, basketball, baseball. and it was like always an easy path. There was always some type of path to show how you could get to the pros there. But it was always like, wrestling was always a mystery to me. So I'm just like, how do you even get into this? How do you find a way? So for me to finally find a way to get into the business and then be able to flourish the way that I am, especially with this guy, and like hearing, so like growing up, you hear about how all the wrestlers came up together and how they had these road trips before they got famous, and it's just like, I'm looking at it now, I'm just like, bro, I'm doing exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's an accomplishment.
Absolutely.
Even the success can be measured to anybody in anybody's eyes. Like, I can make it to Impact or New Japan and I can feel like I made it. Some people think, oh, making it to WWE is making it. That's not the case. It's wherever you see in your eyes. And the fact that I'm in the business, I feel like I'm at a point where I've accomplished something very major in my life. Not just my career in wrestling, it's just something I've accomplished in my life that I'm proud of.
To piggyback off of that, I would say, my first match, I had my entire family there. I had like 27 people deep. My first match.
They was out there.
Yeah, they were out there. You know how Latinos are.
Yeah, facts.
We coming out. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
Yo, tell the cousins.
you know what I mean? So it's like, it's like that day was so magical to me because it was just like from being first at House of Glory and not feeling I was good enough to now being at Fallout and now finally getting a shot and just years of everything just being told no and everything. Just as soon as I got backstage after that curtain, I bawled my eyes out because I'm just like, we did it, bro. Like we did. Like I could have done that and been fine. Because like at least I gambled on myself. And like Bam says, my idea of making it is just having a weekend. I just want to wrestle. I just want to have a day to wrestle. Whether that weekend turns to Monday, turns to Japan, turns to great, cool. But right now, I'm happy doing what it is I'm doing right now.
It's amazing just hearing you guys talk and like seeing like how important like the early stuff in somebody's career truly is, because it's like that is like the stepping stones and the foundation of a career. Right, and it's like you will look back on those like, oh, I remember this. I remember going to this show on the road and driving, and then kind of like the atmosphere of your first match and how you were feeling, and it's like you take that for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
I remember one time we was having a training session with Santana. This was when him and Ortiz had just got signed to AEW, and he was just telling us like, yo, like enjoy the journey. That's one thing that always stuck with me, and that's why I feel like we're successful to a degree, I've accomplished something, because it's like what we're doing right now is what he's telling us we need to enjoy.
We're having fun
and having
you know
fun.
What I mean?
Like we have that freedom. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and like you say, that's your boy. And I looked up to him and Ortiz back in LAX too. So like shout out to you for the inspiration, bro.
Oh, man.
Beautiful thing to hear. Well, I truly appreciate you guys coming on, sitting down with me and talking. It's like truly amazing. And it's like, I look forward to watching where your journey goes as well.
I appreciate you saying that, man. Honestly, I can't wait to see where this goes to, man. You have a great space, a great interviewer. It's been honestly a blessing to come here, man. Thank you so much for having us.
I truly, my heart, I appreciate that. Anything you want to plug, social medias, merch?
We got at Golden Glovers for our tag team page. You found Landon.
And mine's Bambino, 0 at the end, _KC.
There you go. And everything will be in the description below as well. So, all right, everyone. Till next time, we out.
Thank you, guys.